I'm still absolutely giggling at how wide the stinger is. It really does not like the shorts format. Hi, honeys. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Well, it's midday, but good morning. Hello, honeys. Welcome. Wide Mora lives on. You guys were talking about Wide Mora in the chat. I was looking at that while I was setting stuff up. The stinger just doesn't want to adjust. It wants to like stretch to the whole thing, which is fair enough. It works. It's morning in Florida. That makes sense. You guys roll the way over there. It's only like 2 hours into the midday here, so it makes sense. How are you guys doing? You okay? Are you having a good day so far? It's quite warm, actually. If you guys hear any loud, very grating noises, it's because my neighbor decided that now, exactly, as in 10 minutes before I was about to go live, they were going to start mowing their grass. They pulled out their lawnmower 10 minutes before I was about to start stream. So if you hear any very loud lawn mowing noise, that's why. I sincerely hope it doesn't pick up on the mic, but you never know. So I figured I'd give you guys warning just in case, because, you know, it's not my house collapsing, it's my neighbor trying to take care of his grass. Well, her grass. I don't know which one of my neighbors is doing it, but either way, they're taking care of their garden, and it's very terrible timing for me specifically. Yeah. Quick, Amora's about to stream. Fire up the mall. Yeah. Why did they do this to me? I think it's just the universe in general that is specifically like, ah, yes, today. It is a weekend, so you wouldn't expect. Yeah, I guess so. Unless they're like retired or something. I don't really know my neighbors all that well. I don't know. I'm a nice person to my neighbors, I guess. It's just kind of like, aside from like the, oh, good morning, nice weather we're having, I don't really know anything about them, so. I don't know. Maybe I should be more neighborly or something. Well, have a good stream today. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Have a good day. Christmas you took on the 3D unit. Yeah, I still don't know how that happened. I like had to do a bunch of grounding to fix that. I had to like look at a lot of YouTube tutorials, and thankfully it seems to have worked. How weird is that though? I still like think about it. Wait to see you up this early. It's like 2 p.m. It's like 2 p.m. for me, so it's not all that like early, I guess. Maybe it is early-ish TM. I was up rather late last night. When did I wake up? Like 2 hours ago. I was up rather late. It's fine. I did my best, I promise. Yeah. I was doing editing is the main thing. I was trying to stockpile some edits and stuff so that like I'm doing a lot of editing all the time anyway, and I want to work on something that isn't editing shorts, so I'm like stockpiling or attempting to stockpile where I just like sacrifice sleep to do a bunch of extra work in hopes that I can like spend my time doing something else. Saturday afternoon, right? Yeah. Good morning, time zone. All. I love the slash time zone there. Consistent sleep schedule, Doko. I'd have one. But I don't know. I'm trying to do work differently because it seems like all of my time is just spent editing shorts. Cuz Grandpa PC is real slow and like I don't have help with that yet. Who follows their schedule anyway? Me. I have to because I'm a working adult. I don't know. I'd like to. I want to sleep at the regular time and I want to do other things. I want to work on other projects and do other things. Mainly, I want to do the rewards for the donathon, which I've started doing stuff on that now. I got the list from Manitan about 2 days ago. And I started it yesterday. So, do you have an editor for shorts and stuff? I do not. Not yet. I asked management for help with it, and unfortunately it's still a thing where they're still working on it. So, I currently do not have an editor. It's being worked on. So, it's just me currently. It's just me doing that. Hopefully soon that'll get sorted. But I don't know when that's gonna be. There's that one that had an editor, but that was a bit ago. It was one video for like a test, basically. And it's because I was doing other stuff. So yeah, I can see that would take a lot of time then. Yeah, I can do the editing and I do like to do the editing. I do like doing it. I genuinely like doing it, but I want to spend my time doing bigger projects. And it wouldn't be as much of an issue if Grandpa PC wasn't Grandpa PC. But things are the way that they are. So I kind of just have to wait and continue with how things are until stuff changes. I am getting an editor at some point or another. I just don't know when. They are nice shorts. Thank you. I put effort into them. I do like them. I like them a lot. The curse of consistent shorts content. Yeah. The thing is with shorts, if you miss like one day, the algorithm just forsakes you, which is like, admittedly, I'm already pretty forsaken on shorts. Have we seen my shorts views recently? I say recently, basically, I had about like 2 months after debut where my shorts were like regular views, and then YouTube just decided it didn't like me. Thank you, Neil. Very cool. Yeah. I don't know. It is frustrating, but it's, you know, I can't do anything about it. We don't have a direct line to YouTube. I don't think anybody other than like Markiplier maybe does. It's one of these things where you kind of just have to keep going until things get better. Whenever that is. That could be like 2 years from now. Retention on shorts seems very up and down. I like all of the stats are in place with like shorts and stuff. So like the what's it call it? All of like the watch times and stuff are completely fine. It's just that YouTube is just kind of like no. You can't force YouTube to keep you in the algo. Yeah, you can do stuff to like help it along by like posting consistently, but it's a kind of a bit of a mystery currently anyway. When I go to YouTube search, YouTube doesn't even send me Amoras even though I'm subbed. Meanwhile, it'll send me towards influencer garbage if I check out more than half a dozen, and then it's hell to fix it up. YouTube is kind of like that. If it decides that they like one thing more than the other, they'll really try and cram it down your throat. I've noticed that for me personally as well. They keep trying to get me to watch Taylor Swift stuff. For some reason, like, it's all like Taylor edits and like her advertising her new albums and things that she's doing. I don't like Taylor. I don't know anything about her, but I keep seeing her on my timeline for some reason. They're like fully convinced. They're like, ah yes, that girl. That's what she wants. I forced the algorithm that my shorts out recommendations are all VTubers, as it should be. Down the rabbit hole instantly. You will listen to generic American pop music and you will like it. I'm sure she's very talented at what she does. It's just unfortunately not my thing, and YouTube is just desperate to make it my thing. So I don't know if they just kind of like they must have like data on it where they're like, ah yes, female, she will like Taylor Swift. Cool. VTuber stuff or whatever game I'm obsessed with at the time. That's also fair. That's entirely fair. At the moment, if it's not Taylor Swift stuff that they keep desperately trying to cram down my throat, it's food, art, or people posting about The Hobbit, which I think I deserve that. I cultivated that for myself. People posting about Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, yep, that's me. Every time I see any video that is like an edit or somebody talking about that thing or analytics or history or any like fun facts or stuff that is about the Lord of the Rings or The Hobbit, I will watch that video all the way through, no matter what it is. And they finally picked up on it. Oh my god, yeah, wait, they're taking the Hobbits. Yeah, wasn't it like the 15th year anniversary of that song? It was like the 15-year anniversary of that being posted recently. I'm like 90% sure it was like the 15-year anniversary recently. Like the other day or the other week or something. Oh, I'm gonna have to look this up. Hang on. When was it? 18 years ago! Oh my gosh, yeah. May 11th. May 11th, 2006. Yeah, May 11th, 2006. It's been 18 years! It just makes me feel... yeah, it makes me feel old as well. Old enough to vote in the States? That's terrifying. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But yeah, That's what my little algorithm page is for. That's what all my YouTube shorts are. That's what all my TikToks are. Food art and Lord of the Rings. Yep. That's what I watch now. Legally an adult now, yeah. Almost classified as retro. That was a thing we talked about the other day. Apparently it's 20 years. The cap for something being counted as retro is 20 years. Which doesn't feel right to me. I don't like that. Does that mean that the Wii is retro? How old is the Wii? Oh my god, wait. So in 2 more years, the Wii is gonna be retro. That, I don't like that. No. No, my boy. Oh, in terms of consoles, as far as I know, it's retro if it's 2 generations out of date. Yeah, but they didn't do any more Wiis after that, though. They had, like, the Wii U, which I don't class that as, like, the next Wii console because it was its own thing. It was completely different. Tech in turns developed at the speed of light after the computer. Yeah, I guess so, but, like, man! 2006 for the Wii. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. I remember getting the Wii. If someone never has grandkids, they never become retro if they're 2 generations out of date. I think it's 20 years or it's 2 generations, apparently, anyway. So, you're gonna be retro regardless, I think. That's how many consoles work historically. In fact, people thought the Wii U was just a Wii, and that's part of why it didn't sell at all, which is a shame. I think, like, the Wii U kind of sucked in general, though. I had the Wii, I never had the Wii U. But I had friends who had that, and it kind of sucked. It kind of was terrible. I remember, like, playing games on it, and it was really janky, and I remember the screen on it didn't do much. Like, you could do stuff with the screen, but it wasn't, like, sensitive in any capacity. It was really jank and disconnected. I don't know if that was just specifically their control, but it was bad. It was real bad. I don't know of a single person that liked the Wii U. I feel bad about it, because I'm sure they had a lot of, like, really good games and stuff on it. I remember they had... Oh, did they have a WarioWare game on Wii U? They might have... Was there a WarioWare for Wii U? Because I know that there was a WarioWare for the Wii, because I had that. It was Wario Smooth Moves, I believe. Glad all the good Wii U games got re-released on Switch. Did they actually? That's kind of the way that they should have done that. Because the Switch is just like the Wii U, but like its own console. I thought the console was what it was aiming for with the Wii U. Yeah. The Wii U's become much more loved later years. It's one of the best consoles to mod and play retro games on. Oh, really? Huh. Wait, that's interesting to know, actually. Because I know that Nintendo makes it notoriously difficult to mod their stuff. Or to, like, edit any of their tech. I know that they do it specifically because they're like, this is our IP. But, like, I didn't know that the Wii U was, like, one of the easier ones. Huh, interesting. Look at that. Really good thing about the screen was the wireless video technology. It's still pretty much the low latency remote viewing tech to this day. Oh, really? Huh. So I guess in order to get to where they are, the Wii had to be... The Wii U had to exist. That makes sense. I think, like, that makes sense to me. But more so from, like, an animation perspective, if that makes any sense. It's like, for some technological advancements to be made, you kind of have to go through a bunch of other stuff as well first in order to get there. Mm. Last Nintendo platform I had was the N64. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Yeah. Hi, honey. Welcome in. Welcome in. The Wii U crawled so that the Switch could run. Yeah, but I think like it makes sense from a technology standpoint. Like in the sense of this is gonna sound like such like a weird detract from it. But in terms of Pixar films, Pixar technology also goes through that. I'm only relating it because I know a lot about animation. Hi, Amora. Relax by your streaming, then I'll go to bed. Have a good sleep, honey. I hope you have a nice time listening to this, but make sure that you go to sleep on time. I'm still waiting for the Wind Waker HD report. Oh my gosh, yeah. I want to play Wind Waker. I want to play Wind Waker on stream, but I don't know. I'd have to find like an emulator or something for it. Because I don't think there's any... What did they even have Wind Waker on? What was it? Was it the Wii? What console can you play Wind... It was the Wii U! God dang it! No! No! Are you kidding me? Crying. It's the Wii U. It's the Wii U. Was it on the GameCube as well? Was it? It's gonna have to be an emulator then, because I'm not buying a Wii U. I'm not buying a Wii U for one game. The Wii U version is a remake? Oh, is it really? Originally on GameCube? Ah, okay. So they re-released it for the Wii U then. Man, okay. I'm still gonna have to emulate it anyway because I don't own a GameCube. I don't think, anyway. Unless, like, my father, the king, somehow has a GameCube stored somewhere. I don't personally own a GameCube. It was a HD remake with better graphics and some gameplay improvements. Ah, I see. I mean, that makes sense. I'll have to ask ZUMI about emulators, I think. ZUMI knows... Excuse me. ZUMI knows way more than me. Yeah, borrow Zoomies. I literally like, oh yeah, borrow Zoomies GameCube instantaneously. Ah yes, definitely not a difficult thing to do that requires multiple flights. Dolphin's a good one for GameCube and Wii stuff. I'll have to look into it and see. Obviously, I don't even know if like... So there's some weird stuff to do with emulators and streaming. So there's some platforms where you can use emulators and some platforms where you cannot use emulators for like legal reasons. So I genuinely do not know if I would be able to even stream an emulator. I have no idea if that's going to be a thing. I think, like, I can do it, I just can't say that it's an emulator. I think I can do it if I just don't tell anybody. Nintendo really hates emulators for some reason. Nintendo hates people playing their content. Nintendo likes people buying their stuff. They hate people doing anything with it though. So I think Nintendo is like one of the only companies I've ever seen that genuinely does not like people making gaming content. Even though that's basically just free publicity for their stuff. They hate it. They genuinely hate people making content out of their games. Which is insane to me, given how much like publicity and advertisement that is. And how massive in the advertisement scheme content is. I have never bought a game where I haven't seen gameplay of it first. I've genuinely never bought a game where I haven't seen another YouTuber playing it. They also tried to claim fan art back in the day. That's, yeah, no, I'm not even gonna fact check that. That just seems like something they would do. Nintendo was very Japanese and very old-fashioned. Yeah, Japan has like a super strong copyright stuff. It's why when you're in if you're like in a corpo for a Japanese corpo, it's why getting perms in those companies is a lot harder than it is in like an American company. Like for us, it's a lot easier for us to get perms for games than it would be if we were like a Japanese company. Yeah, I do not envy the Holo Girls for that specifically at all. Oh my gosh. Fair use. Yeah, they have different stuff for it. Where's AN based? AN's an American company. Alright, AN is an American company, but they hire people from all over, so. I am not American, I am British. Yeah, they hire people from all over. They also hate digital copies of the game since they got rid of the eShop for the DS. Yeah, I can see making stuff like obsolete over the years, but like, it's just sad, I think, to remove things from that. The Persona 3 perm stream. Oh my gosh. Nintendo also has a very strong history of content control. That's one of the reasons they remained with game packs for the N64 and why Sega and Sony ran around them. Yeah, that makes sense to me. I feel like Sega and Sony have made a lot of like very odd decisions though. I think like anyone who is a Sonic fan knows that they haven't made a decent Sonic game 4 years. When was the last decent Sonic game? What was the last good Sonic game? Oh god. When was the now I gotta Google Sonic games. Sonic games in order of release. When was the last good Sonic game? Was it Sonic CD? It might have been Sonic CD. Oh god. Sonic CD was great though. The last one that they made was pretty well received. Which was that Superstars? Was that Frontiers or Superstars? I think it was Superstars. Or Sonic Mania! Wait, I loved Sonic Mania actually. Sonic Mania was really good. I liked that actually. Wasn't Sonic Frontiers good? I think Sonic Frontiers had a lot of like mixed reviews. From what I watched of the gameplay, it wasn't actually a very interesting game. I'm sure if you were like personally playing it, you'd be like, oh, okay. But in terms of like watching content of it, it didn't seem to be all that great. I think I'm enjoying the movies more so these days than I am actually enjoying the games in terms of Sonic, which is such like a weird thing for me to say as like a diehard Sonic fan. Frontiers felt like more of a step in the right direction. Yeah, I guess it was pretty good. I didn't really hear much about it in terms of them really going hard on it, I guess, if that makes sense. Let's see. Sonic Frontiers. I think, like, the weird thing about Sonic in modern day times is that fans are creating fan games for Sonic that are actually better than the official Sonic games, which is bizarre to me entirely. It should not be the way that it is. I love the movies. I am actually really enjoying the Sonic movies. They're kind of goofy in, like, a very childhood way. They're nice. I like them, and I'm very excited to see Shadow. The fact that they have Shadow in the third movie means that they have to make a very specific narrative choice in having Shadow in the third movie, where they now have to decide whether or not on screen they are going to show an 8-year-old being shot by the military. They have to think about that now, as to whether or not they are going to show that. It's a real decision. I would pay anything to be in the room where they have that meeting, where they have to decide whether or not they're going to do that. Oh boy. I thought that the second movie was kind of meh. I love Knuckles on that movie though. I kind of liked them both. I kind of wish Tails was written a little bit better, but I think that Tails has always kind of gotten a bit of a short end of the stick when it comes to writing. Apart from, I think probably one of the only times that he wasn't written terribly in stuff was in the comics. I think it was one of the Archie comics, I can't remember specifically what of. And the second season for Sonic X, where they go to space and he has that little romance. Yeah, he was written really well for that, actually. He got done really dirty for the first season, and then they went to space, and he had this, like, whole character arc where he kind of grew up and had a bit more of, like, a personality. He was written really well for that. I bet they showed Keanu a picture of Shadow riding a motorcycle convinced shit. Oh my god, yeah, the fact that it's Keanu Reeves. Oh my god, they didn't have to go so hard in the casting for Shadow. The fact that they have, I was so nervous about them doing the casting for Shadow because I'm like, they have to get this right. And then they released it as Keanu Reeves. Are you kidding me? They couldn't have done better. Oh my god, it makes me so happy. Part of me wish she was gonna be hating Christians. I kind of like Keanu better for it though. As good as that would have been, Keanu Reeves being Shadow the Hedgehog, it like scratches a little like itch in my brain in like just the right way. Just mwah. I know it's gonna be good. Yeah. It's a fun choice. It's a really fun choice. Keanu Reeves seems a bit too obvious. Yeah, but then they also have, like, Idris Elba for Knuckles. So, I think they're going with the obvious choices here, which, as stereotypical as it is, I think they're the right choices. I think they can't really go wrong with picking these actors. Especially because these actors are, like, fans of the series anyway. They fit really, really well. I'm about to see how many Shadow meme clips come up with. Oh yes. Oh yes. I think, like, I genuinely really liked the Shadow the Hedgehog game. Like, I know that Shadow is meant to be like the edgy one, and they were trying to like appeal to like the teenagers to be like, look, it's Sonic, but not like Sonic you've seen before. Like, I know that they were trying to do that specifically, but I love Shadow. He's a cool guy. It's edgy, but it does have story. Yeah, I like the fact that he gets to like the end of the story, and I know that like there's different routes and stuff, but I like that he gets a happy ending in a couple of them. It's good for me. I love the Shadow the Hedgehog game, apart from the level Lost Impact. Oh god. Oh, now I'm trying to remember what that was. Hang on. Lost Impact. Which level was this? Oh my god! Wait, no, you're right. No, you're right. No, you're right. You're so right. Oh no. And they had like the lifts the whole time that you could get like trapped under. There was like a weird thing where you could like glitch through the platform of one of them, and it was really easy to do, so it would happen when you weren't wanting it to happen, and you'd just go straight falling. It sucked. Wait. Oh my god. I like that in the canon True Hero route where he says, this is like taking candy from a baby, which is fine by me. He's so edgy. He's so unbelievably edgy. I like that he's one of the only characters in Sonic that isn't written incorrectly in like everything. I think the only time that they've ever really gotten him wrong is, weirdly enough, in Sonic Boom. It's like the only time where they've written Shadow really badly is during Sonic Boom, which is such a bizarre thing because Sonic Boom is written really well. It's really funny and quite well done in terms of characters, typically. Things are a little bit weird. Knuckles is written really well in that. Amy's kind of annoying. Sonic is kind of a lot more... Sonic's a bit more like... what's the word for it? I can't think of like the proper word for it. He kind of doesn't care in Sonic Boom. Knuckles is written really well because he's kind of just like a big goofy guy. Sonic Boom is kind of like a weird one. I do like it. It's written oddly, but I do like it. Shadow, they completely butcher in that show. Apathetic, yeah. He's really apathetic for some reason, which is such like a weird take on Sonic? I don't know, because I feel like one of Sonic's main personality points is the fact that he genuinely cares. Sonic Boom's writing seems really good, but I don't like the character designs. I think they're a little bit too exaggerated for the actual Sonic kind of stuff. I like what they did with Amy. I like that they gave Tails little goggles and stuff. Having Knuckles be absolutely hench in that game is so bizarre to me. Knuckles was taking his protein for like years before that game came out. What happened to him? He went on an arc. He had a training montage before the start of the game. He's just weirdly hench. It's so weird. Oh my god. Absolute unit. It was bulking season apparently. Good lord. Completely skipped leg day. Oh boy. Yeah, Sonic Boom's like a really weird one-off for me. I don't count Sonic Boom to be canon in any capacity. It's kind of a weird outlier. Sonic Boom to me feels like a fan game. It doesn't feel like an actual like part of the IP, it feels like a weird spin-off. Doesn't feel real. Oh my god. Ramps! We can use them as ramps! Why does he do that? Thanks, Tails. Thank you. Sonic Boom was a reboot attempt. Yeah, but they did it on an IP that's been iconic since it first appeared. Like, Sonic and his team have been in an iconic format since the 90s. You kind of can't really change that easily. I think they rebranded from the initial to the 90s, and I feel like anything past that, they can't really deviate too far from all that much. They can do bits and pieces. There's that Tails fused with a bee robot Eggman makes and had him figure out how to destroy it without hurting him. Wait, which one was that in? Because they've done that a couple times. They've unironically, in a couple games, they've had Tails be kidnapped and then fused with a robot, like, multiple times. It's not just happened once. It's like maybe the 4th time of it happening. Was it the Sonic Boom one? Yeah, there we go. Because they also did it in Sonic Colors, and they also did it in a TV show. It happened a lot. Also, in Sonic Prime as well. They've done it like 4 or 5 times, and every time they do it with this like little emotional thing of being like, Tails, no! my brother, my buddy! And then it's like, oh, this is like the 5th time this has happened to him. You'd figure after like maybe the 2nd time, they'd like put him in his own little safety booth. They'd have like some kind of contingency plan for it. Moore really knows her stuff. It's, oh my god. I like Sonic. Sonic fans have been done dirty for a long time. It's really funny. There has been multiple instances of him being turned into a robot. Oh my gosh. I'm really not a secret Sonic fan. I'm very vocal about it. I did watch Sonic Underground. Oh my god. Sonic Underground is a show that I watched, and I'm very glad that I never have to watch it again. I kind of want to do a cover of the theme song for it, but I don't think they have like a karaoke version out of it. Oh, if I could do a karaoke version of the Sonic Underground theme, I would body that entirely. Where has written Sonic fanfictions? I've written one Sonic fanfiction, and it was a Sonic X fanfiction where I just wrote Chris out of the story. I just didn't want him in the story. I just didn't want him in the show, so I just wrote him out of it. I killed him. He's gone. See, right? Valid. He's just erased. He's erased from the timeline as he should have been, consistently. He sucks. There's something with like early 2000s TV shows where they just did this thing where they had like a good IP for a TV show, and then they were like, ah, but how are we going to relate this to the children? I know, we'll add in a random human child that helps the main cast. But like every single time, they always turned out to be like the worst character. One of the comics, Tails starts, yeah, wait, yeah, that's the one I was talking about. It's like the Archie one. That's one of the only times that Tails has like a fantastic character arc, and it's genuinely because he just stops dealing with Sonic being terrible. Sonic is awful in that comic. He's a... I want to swear, but he's terrible. He's real bad. Yeah, Sonic supposedly has siblings. He's got Sonia, a sister, and he's got Manic as well, which I feel like Manic is more of a state of mind than it is a name, but I love him. I actually really like Manic as a character. He's very goofy. But giving him like random siblings and then also musical instruments, there's so many layers to Sonic Underground to think about that is just completely unnecessary. I want to be in the room when they pitched Sonic Underground. How does Sonic have siblings? I'm gonna blow your mind right here. Not only does Sonic have siblings, he's also a prince. Yep. That's the actual plotline to Sonic Underground. Is that the same one where Eggman's original name was Kenta? But I think so. They've done that a couple times though. They've had that in comics as well. Yeah, do you guys not know this? Oh my god. People who haven't seen Sonic Underground get baffled. Completely baffled. Yep. I think I missed the whole plot as a kid. Yeah, so Sonic Underground is the story of Sonic and his siblings being princes and then having to run away. So their mother basically separates them and abandons them for their own safety so that they can inherit the throne when it's safe to do so. And then the whole show is them being princes and princesses while also having musical instruments and fighting enemies to save the day and eventually inherit the throne. That's the... There's so many things. There's so many things. But like, see, it would have been a good enough plot as is to be like, oh, Sonic is a prince and he's got siblings and they're all gonna go on this big journey to go and reclaim the throne from evil forces. That would have been a good enough show as is. They just decided that because it was the 90s that everybody needed to have a musical instrument. So they had these magical amulets that would turn into like a musical instrument that they would use to fight with. Why did they include that? There's so many elements to this. There's so many elements to it that did not need to be included, but they just were anyway. Yeah. She's so passionate. Yeah, the Sonic timeline. The Sonic the Hedgehog timeline is something that I know a lot about, and it also helps that it's completely wild. It's absolutely baffling to think about. All it needed was a human child, don't even. Oh my god. As someone who was a kid in the 90s, yeah, this fits right in. The 90s just kind of did that with kids' media. The 90s to like the early 2000s unironically created some of the best TV shows in existence, but they also had a lot of slop. Just saying. They just included a lot of very odd things. There's so much. Reeks of 3 in the morning stuck in a boardroom forced to brainstorm. Yeah. Insert random teenagers for like no reason. Yeah, they were trying to do a lot of things originally. Oh boy. I love Sonic. I will forever be a diehard Sonic fan. They made a lot of really terrible things over the years. I feel like people are waiting for the next good Sonic game, and they keep making Sonic games, and people keep going, oh, this'll be the time that they get the next Sonic game correctly. And then the next game comes out, and people say that this'll be the time that they do Sonic correctly. And it just keeps happening. I wonder what the boardroom meeting for Sonic 06 was like. I actually kind of liked Sonic 06. But that's only because of Silver. I only liked Silver, and I only liked the Silver levels where they had to do like a bunch of the telekinesis-y stuffs. That was cool. That was a cool mechanic. I also just like Silver as a character in general. The rest of Sonic 06 sucked. They didn't need Elise. They didn't need humans. They didn't need a human romance between Sonic the Hedgehog and a random human princess. We didn't need that. We didn't need that. I kind of like Silver's story. It's kind of reverse Terminator. Is it? I guess it kind of is. Now that I'm like thinking about it, I guess so. I hate the toxic fan base that Sonic has. Sonic fans are a little bit feral. I do apologize on behalf. We're not all like that. I guess it kind of is. But Silver's a good character though. He's a really cute guy. He's just like, so Silver is kind of the way that he is in general in the games. And then you see him in the comics, and he's such a cutie. He's adorable in the comics. He's just so excited about everything constantly in the comics, and it just makes me really happy. Can I find like a good picture of Silver in the comics? Oh my god. Silver in the comics just brings me so much joy. He's just a sweet guy. Hang on. Yay! Look at him! Look at his little face! He's just a cute little guy! And he's excited about everything, and he like gets to explain a bunch of stuff to Sonic because Sonic doesn't really know what's going on. I love him. He's just a little guy. He doesn't deserve his future blowing up in front of him. So yeah. I think Silver might be one of my favorite Sonic characters. Yeah, he's one of my favorite ones. Apart from like I'm trying to think back to like the comics now, because now I'm thinking about the comics. Espio is a cool character. I think like Espio for me is kind of a mixed character because he's written really well in some parts and written really badly in others. Like in Sonic X, he's written quite weirdly, but in the comics he's written to be kind of like a cool character. Sonic X, he doesn't really get much screen time. Ugh. I feel like all Sonic fans are furries. Definitely an overwhelming majority of them are. But that's fine. If you're on the internet for long enough, you're just sharing space with other people. Don't be judgmental of what people are into. The comics did him really, really well. Archie Silver is probably one of my favorite depictions of him. They don't use Silver all that much in other stuff. They use him in games occasionally, but only in like roundup games. You don't really see Silver all that much in actual Sonic games, but you do see him in like Sonic and Mario at the Olympic Games. He does make an appearance there a couple times. Once a comic where they made Sonic, Silver, and Shadow Brothers. I don't recall that one. Was it a fan comic? There was a couple fan comics that I read. I think like one of the fan comics that I read was actually really well drawn, and I'm mad at how well drawn it was. I don't think I could find it for the life of me if I try to look it up now. But like the whole plot line was like Sonic was dead. Sonic was dead and like a ghost, and they had to like figure out a bunch of stuff, and they were like now in the future. I don't know. It was a really weird comic, but it was quite good. It was written really, really well. Poor boy's been phased out of the main games. He's a sweet guy. They keep him alive in the comics, and that will satiate me until he gets his next little he gets his next spotlight. That's all I care about. Be so happy if they go solo his own game, Sega, please. I don't think he deserves his own game. I just want him to be a playable character. I want them to recreate the same joy that I felt doing the telekinesis levels in Sonic 06. That's all I want. Thank you very much. I had so much joy with that. I like how the original voice actor for Silver loves him too and voices him in fan projects. Yeah, that happens with the original voice actors for Sonic and Eggman as well, Robotnik, where they join a bunch of fan projects and stuff. I'm rattling about in some of those fan projects, weirdly enough. I don't think you could find me, admittedly. But I'm definitely in a couple of them. Hi, honey. Hi. Welcome. I've been around on the internet for a long time, and I've been a Sonic fan for a long time. I'm also, if I like a thing, I'm like weirdly pushy with it. So, I don't know. I've met a lot of friends in a lot of weird fandoms if I get super into it, and then all of a sudden I get invited to do projects. So, that's how my career has been. Jason Griffith doing chef. Hi, Mama. Hi. Welcome. How was your day? Welcome. We're talking about Sonic. Do you remember my Sonic phase, which I'm still in? It's the queen. It's the queen. Yep. Yeah. We're talking about Sonic stuff in terms of games. There we go. It's so warm. Oh my god. Wait, Mama, it was really loud before. There was like I was about to stream, and literally about 10 minutes before I went live, somebody decided that now was the time that they were gonna do some like really loud gardening. Like directly outside. It was so loud. Favorite story in a Sonic game? That's hard to pick though. Gets me back after my dental mishap. Yeah, she got her tooth fixed, finally. For anyone who is unaware, during a stream a few weeks back when I was trying different snacks and things, Mama Q tried one of those snacks and part of her tooth came out. So she had to go and find a dentist to get that fixed. So, yeah. So, there we go. It was the white rabbit candy, yeah! It's a very dangerous snack. But she got it fixed, her tooth's all good now. That was fast in the UK system. She already had a dentist. She was already signed up with a dentist, so... Thankfully, she was able to make an appointment and stuff, so... On jelly now? What do you mean? Any luck on my side with dentistry? No, unfortunately not. I think it's just like... I'm kind of letting it deal with itself. So, did they manage to put the tooth back or did they have to get a tooth replacement? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea. All I know is that it's now fixed. Yeah, I don't know. My issue is like wisdom teeth stuff, which are... I've got like wisdom teeth coming through. I've got one on one side is completely fine. And one on the other side is not fine. So I'm just kind of like waiting until it fixes itself. So... Had a crown done, no need to remortgage the castle. No! I thought you were gonna, like... I don't know. You don't need to remortgage the castle, I promise! It'll be fine! Wisdom teeth can completely screw up your mouth. Yeah, but I don't really have much of a choice, so... So, yeah. Need to remove some wisdom teeth too. Yeah, I don't know how to get this fixed or if it even can be fixed. I think like the only thing that would fix them is like removal, but I can't imagine they're gonna want to like remove it because they're not actively damaging anything else. They're just giving me like a slight bit of pain every now and again. So that's not really cause for concern for dentists, at least in this climate anyway. Now we have Amora's space parking fines and the Queen's remortgaged the palace. It's going badly for the finance bros. The Zaffidian economy is collapsing. I've been blessed with wisdom teeth not being an issue whatsoever. Congratulations. I know that it can happen. I thought I was gonna have that where I'd be like, oh, this is fine. And then like in the past like 6 months or so, I've suddenly had like issues pop up. So, who knows? I have some wild teeth stories. I've never been normal on that front. I think... I don't really have like weird teeth stories. The only like teeth story that I do have is that like I had a tooth removed once. I had like a tooth taken out officially, and I think I traumatized both my mother and my dentist because I was really so when you get like a tooth removed, they give you a bunch of painkillers and a bunch of meds in order to like make sure that you're like out of it and not in pain. So they did the whole thing. They took my tooth out. It was completely fine. And then I started like, after the appointment, I started laughing, like really horrendously. And there's like blood drooling all down like my chin and stuff. And like my mother's freaking out. She's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And I'm like, ha 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 ha, it's 2:30. And in my brain, I found that so unbelievably funny. I got on like a bus after that. I was on public transport after that. Yeah, I think I got home after that and I think I slept for about 6 hours straight. Yeah, there we go. It's would not recommend. I was in public after that. Thankfully, Mama Q was with me, so I didn't like walk into oncoming traffic or anything, but interesting. I had a tooth split in half. So when I bit into an apple, both sides came out. And I also bit through my tongue. Oh my god. I'm amazed by that. How do you bite through your own tongue? It's like a whole muscle. Wow. It's also very sensitive, so I can imagine that hurts a lot. Have some tendencies to have bloody mishaps, princess. I'm doing my best. I've never had like bad injuries. I was talking about this with my friends recently, where we were talking about like what's like a stupid injury that you've had. What's like an injury that you've had from being stupid. And like I have had injuries before, but there's injuries that I've had that I would consider to be other people's fault. So like I've nearly drowned a few times, but the few times that I've nearly drowned have been because of other people. So fun fact, my mother doesn't remember this for some reason. But I nearly drowned because so I did swimming lessons, as you do most of the time as a child. I did a few swimming lessons for a few years. And basically what happened was the instructor tossed down a bunch of different like sinking rings. They're supposed to be like little things that like you dive down, you collect, and you come back up. And it's supposed to teach you how to like dive and swim and all that type of thing. So basically they tossed a bunch of like sinking little toys to the bottom and then told everybody to go get them. And they mustn't have been looking, or they must have done it so that they could have like 5 minutes to deal with something else. Because I dived down to grab one of these toys and I tried to swim all the way back to the top again. I was in a class with like a bunch of other people, and there was 3 boys in my class that decided it would be really funny if they just kept kicking me down every time I tried to get to the surface. They must have thought it was like a really hee-hoo funny thing to do. But unfortunately, the fun thing about water is that you drown if you can't breathe. So after a while, I did actually end up escaping, but I'd like inhaled a bunch of water and I had to be like pulled out of the pool by one of the dudes who eventually figured out that I was drowning. So yeah, I like inhaled a bunch. I think it was about 4 minutes or something, but they kept like kicking me back to like the bottom of the pool so I couldn't get back up. What was the lifeguard doing? The lifeguard only realized that like they were doing this after I like had already managed to get away from them and had like already surfaced. And they never got in trouble for it. Yeah, I think that was one of the last times that I actually went for lessons at that place specifically. I'm a really, really good swimmer, but like, yeah, not great. And apparently my mother doesn't remember this happening to me at all, so who knows? Who knows? But yeah, this is what I mean by like, that's a really weird injury to get. And it's an injury that I didn't give to myself. That's an injury that is not my fault. That is somebody else trying to kill me. I don't think they were trying to kill me. I think they just thought it was funny. I don't think they realized the implications of what could have happened. We were all like children. Sounds like a great place to sue. That doesn't really happen on Zaphidia very often. It's like usually way more effort than is needed. And people wonder why I don't like kids. Kids are just kind of like that, I guess. I don't know. I don't forgive them, but I also don't blame them because we were all like 12 at the time. Ugh. Kids are idiots and going too far happens sometimes. Though drowning a classmate is a bit much, but the lifeguard should have been on top of that. The lifeguard should have been on top of that. They only realized that it was happening after I'd already gotten away. So I think if I hadn't have been able to get away, I'm not sure that they would have figured it out. I think I would have drowned. I think I probably would have actually died, which is very scary to think about. Surely there's a punishment for nearly drowning royalty. I don't know. I don't remember if anything happened to them. I'm pretty sure nothing. I don't think they got punished for it or anything. Yeah. Absolutely terrifying. Really, really scary. Cutting tomatoes pretty sloppily. I drew the knife on my thumb. Now I have a weird... Oh my god, yeah! Wait, that's what I would consider to be for me as well. I managed to cut... I caught my little finger one time when I was cutting vegetables for like dinner, and now whenever I put like pressure on a part of my little finger, it really hurts, and I think it's just because scar tissue has just like formed there. Really bizarre, but that's an injury I would consider my fault. That's me for being stupid. Pretty sure I knew not to drown my classmate when I was 12. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? We might have been younger. Who knows? Yeah, I did not die. I didn't actually drown at that point in time. There is maybe an alternate universe where I did drown. But who knows? 30 kilograms on my shin when I was using the squat machine at the gym. That's painful. That sounds unbelievably painful. Oh my god. Trying to open a paint can with one of those paint spreaders and like cutting my thumb wide open. Okay, yeah, that's on you. There's a safe way to do that, and there is that way to do that. Don't want to imagine a universe without a princess. Yeah, me neither. I'm also glad that I didn't drown during that time. It kind of would have sucked, I think. When I had a parakeet, I went to take away a cereal box she stole, and she got mad and bit off my fingernail. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. So yeah, I don't know. Very glad that I did not die. Is preferable. Wah. One of my friends got his cheek pierced, but oh my god! That's something that like really scares me about ice skating. I used to love ice skating for absolutely ages. I used to love ice skating and like rollerblading and stuff. And then I got it in my head that like if somebody skates over my fingies if I fall, that's like no more fingies for the princess. Ooh, that scares me. Oh my god, that's why I won't get ice. Yeah, we have the same fear about it. There's like a logic to it that like is technically illogical, but I feel like it could still happen. It's not gonna happen at like a general ice skating rink. Excuse me. But like because like at like regular ice skating rinks, they don't have them sharpened to any kind of degree, but like if people bring their own blades to skate on, that's also a thing. Fingers are nice to have. I like having my fingies, thank you very much. I like using my fingies. I like being able to game and draw. I think if I like lost a hand, it would suck, but I'd still live, you know? Imagine it's more common since people are dumb. Yeah. Fingies are quite nice indeed. I like having mine, thank you. I like doing things with them. Work is a little bit less enthusiastic about keeping my fingers. Oh no. Please keep your fingers. They're useful. I still have all of my tabs up for Sonic games. Let me get rid of all my Sonic game tabs. Riding my bike and hit a pothole. I was sent flying like 10 feet and face planted. It was just a few scratches, so I went back to riding my bike. I've gotten lucky with so many injuries. I've never broken a bone. I'm part of the no break bone gang, which is very, very nice. However, I know that that's not common, but I've never managed to break a bone somehow. What do you mean don't jinx it? I'm proud of that fact, thank you. I've had a lot of very stupid injuries, but I've never broken a bone. That's my one claim to fame here. Lucky? I am lucky. Broke a collarbone on my ring finger and possibly a toe. People break so many things. I've never done that yet. So far, it's never happened. Every time you talk the universe comes back to you. I guess so. But, I don't know. I'm gonna flaunt that fact for as long as I possibly can. Until the day that I break a bone. I'm gonna flaunt that fact. Ow! I don't know if you guys heard that. I kicked my PC by accident because my foot slipped off of my footrest. Ow. Ah. That was instant karma, I think. That was near instant, like, oh, injury, huh? Injuries? I didn't mean to kick Grandpa. I didn't mean to. Fractured my elbow last autumn falling off my bike trying to avoid crashing into somebody. I mean, that's a good reason to do that. Oh my god, wait, have you guys seen the footage of the lady recently? That's just like reminded me. There was footage of a woman on a bridge, I think it's America somewhere, but she's driving this like big transport truck, and some dude's like speeding and zooming through traffic, and she swerves to like avoid him and just goes straight off the bridge. Oh my god. It was absolutely insane footage. She thankfully didn't go into the water or anything. Thankfully the whole truck didn't go into the water. She got very lucky in that regard, but like, oh my gosh, she had to get like airlifted out. It's absolutely insane. I remember watching it on the news and being like, oh my god. Yeah. She like, there's like he's having really reckless driving, and she like swerves so as to like not hit this guy and absolutely crush the car because she's in this big old truck. Yeah, horrible. But yeah, the footage is very, very viral. It was at least on the news anyway. Yeah, I think like the guy pled not guilty to reckless driving, which is so funny to me because they have black box recordings of him just absolutely gunning it down this bridge. But yeah. Ugh. I don't watch the news anymore in the States. It's bad for my blood pressure. That's fair. I think like I don't tend to listen to American news all that often, because it doesn't really come into my sphere all that much. But this is one of the things that like did appear on British news channels because it was such like a big thing. So yeah, baffled really. What time is it? Wah! It is nearly 3:30. Alright. I am going to take a little break. I'm gonna take a little break real fast to go get a little bit more water. And to stretch. And I will see you guys in like 5 minutes. Okay. I will see you in a couple minutes. Go get some water, go get some snacks, have a stretch. I will see you soon. Wah! Thank you, honey. 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 How are we? Thank you too! CPT Wombat, The Bomb, JFMT, Mimas, Tony the Tiger, and Oranges Max. And thank you, Bob, for the 10 gifted, honey! Thank you, thank you! Everybody who got a membership just now, use emotes, please enjoy. Thank you, thank you! Ugh, let me tie my hair back properly. I have a nice hair clip, but it kind of digs in after a while. Ugh. Ugh. There we go. Hi. How are we? Why am I still getting notifications? Oh, wait, it took me off of Do Not Disturb. No. I do not want to be disturbed while I'm with my Luminoids. Thank you very much. Every day I find new VTubers that will inevitably flood my channel. Good! As you should. Hello, hello. Welcome in, honey. Welcome! I got some green tea. Green tea's good. I should drink more green tea. I think, like... It's getting hotter now, so I think iced tea would be, like, a good way to go. I'm not really a big fan of, like, hot drinks. There's something about, like, the warm... the temperature that almost becomes like a texture to me. I don't know what's like wrong with me. I will always have like an iced tea or like iced coffee. Matcha green tea, probably. Matcha green tea is good. Matcha is probably one of my like favorites. One of my favorite treats ever is the green tea Kit Kats, but you cannot get them in the UK. You have to get them imported, or you have to like go to Japan in order to get them. I love them so bad. They taste amazing. The matcha Kit Kats are really good. Have I tried making cold brew coffee? I have. I kind of like it. It's not super nice, I guess. I don't know. I think maybe I'm more of like a latte person. What is this? Oh, it's Sky. I see. You can get them in Chinatown in London? Can you actually? Wait, I should go and try and find those. Okay, I should go and try and find those actually. I want them real bad. Excuse me. So yeah, there's, I don't know, I think like, I should get iced tea. Or I should make iced tea. How do I make iced tea? Wait, how do I do this? Iced tea? What if I Google iced tea recipe? Because I'm pretty sure it's just regular tea and like sugar. Pretty much. Oh, here we go. Here's a You Stuck at Cooking video. Perfect. I don't know. I feel like drinking like cold... Because like the only thing I can really think of in terms of like iced tea is like... like an Earl Grey that's gone cold. Which doesn't sound all that great to me. So I feel like you'd have to have like a different type of tea. You'd have to have like a fruit tea or something. As brewed tea you drink cold. There's gotta be more than that though. Because like... English breakfast tea cold doesn't sound good. Lots of black tea or English breakfast tea, lots of sugar, and lemon juice. I don't know the ratio, so you gotta keep tasting to see if it hits. I see! Ooh! Make lemonade using tea instead of water. That feels odd though. Maybe I should, next time I go shopping, maybe I'll go and have a look for like some nice fruit teas. Ooh! I feel like an apple tea. Like a nice apple tea with like some ice in it would be really nice actually. That sounds like it would taste amazing. But I just like things that taste like apple anyway. A green apple is one of my favorite flavors ever. It's really, really good. I like them a lot. Same as regular tea, but a lot of people add different fruit juices and whatnot to add flavor. That sounds good though. Yeah. They have apple flavored teas. They do. They make a lot of different types of teas. Fresh coffee on top of ice cubes. That's how I've made iced coffee in the past, because like getting coffee now is so expensive. I'd rather just like pay the however much to get like the syrups and just brew my own coffee at home, because I don't drink iced coffee all that often anyway, but it's still like expensive. Like I'll go to, if I go and like get an iced coffee now, they're like nearly £8, which is insane for what is just like a cup of coffee. I will just brew it myself if I need to, because it's just, you know, it's just coffee, milk, and ice. Done. Also a green apple fan, yeah! Green apple is probably one of my favorites. You can never find it anywhere though. Mental justification for buying expensive coffee is supporting local cafes. That's also fair, actually. If I'm ever going to treat myself to like a breakfast or something, I will go to somewhere local if I can. Just because that's nice. There's not many places near me, but if I'm gonna walk to some place to like have like a nice breakfast or like a coffee or something, I'll do that. Yeah. Support local businesses. It is nice. The place near me does really good like cakes and stuff. They do like a chocolate and hazelnut torte that is so unbelievably good. I don't know if anyone's ever had a torte here, but it's really good. Can I find a picture? Here we go. Can I find like a good image of what it is? It's kind of like, it's almost, how do I describe what a torte is? I might as well just Google, because it's really difficult for me to describe what a torte is. Here we go. Yeah, so basically a torte is a cake that does not have flour. So it's almost like a cake, but like super brownie-y. It's really good. So they're very gooey and very nice. Here we go. Here is a hazelnut torte. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? So they're very gooey and very kind of like brownie-y, and they have a lot of texture from like all of the different seeds and nuts and stuff that you put in it. So you put in like hazelnuts and walnuts and like cocoa powders and things in there. They're really, really good. It's one of my favorite desserts. I like them a lot. It's obviously it's not everybody's thing, but I like them. It does look tasty. Yeah, I think they look good. Like, they go well with coffee? It does. It does go very well with coffee. I think my typical order is... I never know what to say. I never know if it's pronounced like mocha or mocha. I genuinely do not know if it's pronounced either way. But I'll get an iced mocha and I'll get that. If I'm going to treat myself, which is not very often. But if I'm ever in the mood for a little treat, that'll be my treat. Is it mocha? Mocha? I genuinely do not know how to pronounce it. I've said both ways at cafes before, and every time they've understood me. So I have no idea what the correct pronunciation is. Made one before and it was really... Yeah! They're really tasty. Am I Brit? I am! I'm British! I've said both ways and I've been understood both ways, so... I don't know what to do with that one. I don't know if it's correct or not, or how I'm supposed to say things. Is what it is. Mocha, so I'm assuming that's correct. I have no idea.
Shut up.
I just want to
take this fish.
I just want a coffee. Leave me alone. Senpai, thank you for the 10, honey. Thank you, thank you. Treat the princess. Thank you, thank you. I will go get coffee. Thank you for treating me. I can hear the accent now. Yeah, I don't understand. I have a very thick British accent. Some people don't hear it though. I think some people just can't place accents very well. Which is really interesting for me because I'm very, very heavily British. So some people just don't pick up on it. Yeah. Some places in Australia have very similar accents to British. Yeah, I've heard this before. Like when Bey-chan from Hollow, Heikos Bales, when she first debuted, at first I thought she was British. And then as I kept listening, I was like, no, she's Aussie, what? So, sometimes they are very similar. She's got a very, very cute voice. Same with Sana. When Sana debuted, I thought Sana was also British for like a hot minute. And it took me a lot longer with Sana because I didn't really watch her to figure out that she was not British, to figure out that she was Australian. When are we getting British people into Hollow? When are British people getting into Hollow? Come on, man. Has an Australian accent, but it has a lot of similarities to your variety of English accent too. This is what's the name of it? Is it, I think it's, I've got very proper English in terms of accents, but there's like a name for it. I can't remember what it is. There are Brits and other VTubing. Yeah, of course, there's tons of Brits and VTubing all over the place, but there's no Brits in Hollow just yet. Not just yet. Ame is British. When they first debuted Myth, and I was like, oh wait, there's a detective? I was so convinced that Ame was going to be British, and then she turned out to be American, and I was so disappointed. And I love Ame so much, but I was so disappointed when she first debuted because I was like, British? Received pronunciation, is that what it's called? Like the one that I have? Received pronunciation. Standard form of British English pronunciation based on educated speech in Southern England, widely accepted as a standard everywhere. Widely accepted as a standard everywhere. Okay. I don't know. I think like, if it's specifically Southern, then I guess it makes sense. I don't know. My accent's probably a little bit all over the place. Because I've lived a lot of different places. So I guess received pronunciation is probably the best term for it, but Tele-British. Basically the Queen's English. Yeah, I don't know. I've been all over the place. As an alien princess, I have been a lot of different places. I've lived a lot of different places. My accent is very all over the place. Still can't do a Londoner accent? Of course I can't. Of course I can't. Your accent fits very well for the princess vibe. Yeah, I think that's why they hired me. I think that's why I became part of Haven, where they were like, ah, British. Apparently, management kind of wanted somebody that was very Princess Zelda-y. So, who knows? I guess I am Princess Zelda-y enough for management, I guess. Grew up similarly, got exposed to too many languages to process, so I didn't talk properly until 6, and the language brain chose the one that isn't my home country's. Oh no! Oh no! I think that's just how it works. When you're a kid and you're exposed to lots of different places and accents and languages and things get a little bit muddled, and your voice kind of becomes what it is, regardless of where you're really from. So, I think I've been infected by living in so many places. Go and downloaded the wrong drivers. Oh my gosh. The wrong drivers, oh my god. That's a good bit. That's a really good bit. Wow. Friends from France accent when I'm Canadian. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, French Canadian and France French are two very different things. So, but yeah, accents are very interesting. You kind of pick it up from all over. People speak how they speak, and it's kind of interesting. I think that's why VTubing has so many diverse voices, specifically, because you don't need to be from anywhere specific or to have done anything specific in order to be a VTuber or to have characters. So I feel like people are a lot more relaxed with being themselves as VTubers than they would be in another context, which is kind of interesting, actually. Apparently, Paris French is also a different category, like Parisian French. Although, don't quote me on that because I'm not entirely sure. I've read that somewhere. Heard of a kid in the US whose family intentionally talked in a British accent at home so the kid would talk in the accent? That's so cruel though. I feel like that's really mean though. So it's so fascinating how accents can shift over time, because living in a different country than your home country can really change your accent. Yeah, I've experienced that a lot. My voice is just kind of all over the place anyway. But I've been to a lot of different places, and I've lived in a lot of different places, so I kind of just absorb stuff based on it. The British always shines through, but it has different versions. I was exposed to a variety of accents, so I'm happy to change mine on a time. Wow. People can, like, absorb different things, though. I think it's really interesting that, if you have parents who are deaf, who can't, hear themselves when they speak, you can actually pick up like accents from them specifically based on how they've learned to talk. So if somebody is born deaf and they learn to speak with a speech therapist who teaches them what specific mouth shapes and sounds they can have, you can actually develop accents depending on where you've been taught, where you've learnt your speech therapy from. So if you get your speech therapy from somebody that has like a Scottish accent, you can have a Scottish accent if you're born deaf. It's depending on mouth shapes and tons of different things. I'm waving my hand in front of my tracker, so it's really interesting. Does sign language have accents? Yes, as far as I'm aware. I know that BSL definitely does. But that's more so just like some regions can have signs for stuff that other regions do not have signs for. Or they have different signs for. But that's mostly just like regional dialect and things. Yeah. I don't know about ASL, obviously. I only know about BSL. Yeah, it's more of like a dialect than an accent, but yeah. I think like it also comes into context for things like accents can come in the form of text accents as well, which is really fascinating to me. The way that somebody types can be an accent based on how they've learned and who they've learned it from, which is so fascinating to me. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it's really interesting to, like, learn about it all. Yeah. But yeah. Like, y'all. Y'all is also one of them. I can't say it properly. Scots rendering their accent fully on social media will never stop being funny to me. That's not, I think some of it must be accent, definitely. But that's not entirely accent. There is a written version of Scottish dialect. I don't remember what it's called specifically, but it is a real language. It's not just them, like, translating an accent into text format. It is a real language that can be written down in a specific way. It's really fascinating. I think Train Spotting is written in the whole of it, for the most part anyway. Ugh. Scots, yeah, Scots. Would computers have accents? I don't know. I suppose it's not the computers per se, but the people writing the stuff on them. Typing accents are a real thing. I think I speak. I spent one of my younger years on it. I think it's more of like typing has like mythologies to it. I guess accent is more of like a broad term for it, but you can type in a very specific way. And some typing styles are indicative of whether or not you came from a richer or a poorer background, or what you learnt on, or where you learnt on, which is very fascinating to me. And what age you are as well can also factor that, which is, there's something really fascinating about the mental analysis of it all and how that comes into it. It's really fascinating. Learning it for over 20 years and I still struggle with it. Now you tell me there's more versions to learn. I'm That's so real of you, actually. More guessing our ages. Yeah. You can typically tell how old somebody is based on how they type. Or if you have enough data with it, you can typically guess that. It's really fascinating when you think about it. I would assume using proper grammar and capitalization versus not typing in save us. Yeah! If you have proper punctuation, and other styles of typing, you can figure out people's age. Or at bare minimum, you can figure out like a ballpark estimate on how old people are. So you can tell whether somebody's from like 15 to 18, 20s, 30s, 40s, and so on and so forth. Obviously, there are going to be outliers in that so far, but you can make good estimates on things based on how people type, which is really, really fascinating to me. They've done whole studies on it to basically figure it out. Weirdly enough, they actually find that younger generations are using full typing and proper grammar and punctuation more often than older generations, which I just find really funny. Just too lazy to use grammar and spell correctly most of the time. That's also fair. Yeah, they've done studies on it. It's really interesting. I don't know. Maybe I just like to read... I like to read new studies and stuff. I like to read psychological studies and how things are developed and stuff. I've always kind of liked to do that because it's really interesting to me. I don't know. You'd assume the opposite. You would assume the opposite, but typically shortenings like LOL and TTYL and shortenings and acronyms like that, they're finding nowadays that acronyms and shortenings to longer words and phrases are being used more so by older generations than they are being used by younger generations, which is very fascinating. Yeah. I think because it's so synonymous with like youth, it's such like an interesting way of putting it. Yeah, they did it. I think like the last real study they did on it was, I think, about 2022-ish. I don't know if they're gonna do it again, but I think it's because the young generation use the internet as their main form of communication, so they don't think not to use full sentence. Yeah, I think it's definitely a culture thing that has evolved and changed over time. I can't make any like educated guesses as to why it happens, but it's still fascinating to me. Reminds me of that viral image of the woman commenting lol on the funeral post thinking it meant lots of love. Oh no. Yeah, that happened a lot for a little while. I hope it doesn't still happen. Yeah, I think like an interesting thing with that is you tend to find that like our generation, like the younger generations and stuff, I say our Luminots are very diverse in age. I think like younger generations will typically fact check themselves before they send a message, whereas older generations aren't used to having to fact check themselves, or they're more used to fact checking being way more complicated than it is currently. And so the thought to fact check themselves before sending a message just doesn't come up because it's not built into them as solidly as it is for younger generations. All the generations just send it, yeah. It's really fascinating. Ugh. Ugh. Also, notable differences with how different generations write on their smartphones. Yeah, like, I don't know, it's interesting. I don't know much about that. I think there's different methods to things, and also different phones and different keyboards and sizes that make things, just... Moderators don't care, we grew up on unmoderated interwebs. Oh god. Unmoderated interwebs still exist. they still exist. Ugh. I'm like really hungry. I think like, what did I eat today? This is gonna sound really weird. However, for my breakfast this morning, I ate a steamed sweet potato. And that is all I've eaten today. It's such a specific thing for me to eat. It was good. It was really tasty. Because you can just do them in the microwave. They're like really simple and really easy. You just like clean the outside of it, put it in the microwave for like a few minutes, let it get all soft and squish in the middle, and then you just peel the tough bit on the outside and eat the sweet steamed bit on the inside. It's really good. Normally I would have eaten them with like sriracha and stuff, but I didn't have any today, so. Steamed sweet potato sounds like an odd choice, but not a bad one. It's good. It's really good. I think like there's nutrients in it. There's protein in it. Sweet potatoes have like a surprising amount of protein, actually. Definitely not as much as like fish or meat or anything, but they have a surprising amount of protein in them, which is very interesting. Eat the skin too for more nutrition. It's tough and tasteless though, and I'd prefer not to. I'm only gonna eat the nice squishy tasty bit in the middle. I think it's like 100 grams of... like 100 grams of sweet potato has something like 9 or 10 grams of protein in it, which is really good. What do you mean, sriracha? Yeah. Yeah, sweet potato and spicy. It's good. It's sweet and spicy. It's really good. I'd heavily recommend it. It's good. I like it a lot. It seems like a lot. They have a surprising amount of protein in them. I might be wrong. Hang on. Let me check my my weird macro tracker, because they'll have accurate data. I'm very stupid, so I can't do it myself in my brain. So basically what I do is I just put it into this like one app, and then it calculates based on the weight that I put in how much protein and how many things have been in there. Obviously it's not going to be as heavily tracked as possible. Let's see. Can I read things, please? That would be great. I can't find it. Hang on. Oh, it is! Wait, you're right. Hang on. So I ate 84 grams of sweet potato today, and it had 1.7 grams of protein in it. So maybe I misread that real bad. My bad. This is why we fact check. That's still more protein in a sweet potato than I thought there would be, because I thought it would be like full carbs, but no. Apparently it has a lot of vitamin A in it, which is very fascinating. Do I weigh all my food? I do currently, because I'm trying to do gym stuff. I'm trying to do like macros and things, so I do at the moment. I'm trying to do gym things and be healthy and exercise. Maybe develop a little bit of muscle because I'm very bony. gains, bro. No! I'm not good at gaining. I'm just trying to eat well and go to gym. Amora with abs. I would love abs. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, though. Because I'm squishy in all the wrong places and bony in all the wrong places. I don't think my body is sorted for abs. But yeah, I don't know. I like working out. I like exercise and stuff. Well, no, actually, that's a lie. I hate doing exercise. I like how doing exercise makes me feel. There we go. That's how it should be put. I like how I feel when I'm eating well and doing exercise, but actually doing the exercise sucks. The eating well bit is great because I love vegetables, but like, actually, like, I hate exercise for the amount of time that I'm doing it. It just sucks the whole time. But then I get home and like I feel really good because I've just done a really hard workout and it's nice. Yeah. I think some people get like runner's high really easily. I don't tend to. Although to be fair, last time we had a conversation about this, whenever I get home, I kind of go a little bit like lightheaded and very weak and very tingly kind of feeling, and apparently that's what runner's high is, because that's just adrenaline. I didn't know that, so who knows. First time I found you, just scrolling on chats. Hi, honey, welcome in. We're talking about nutrition and gym currently, which is such an odd topic, but there we go. Work out from Monday to Friday. I don't work out that much. I try and work out every other day. I try and give myself like a rest day, as much as possible anyway. And even on like my rest days, I'll do light cardio. I'll do like heavy weights one day, then light cardio the next, and then heavy weights again. I'll do it every other, so. That's what I tend to do anyway, but obviously do what works for you the best. But yeah. I feel like I don't get any endorphins from working out. It's awful all of the time. I think that as well. Me working out as well is awful all of the time forever for the like hour that I work out. It sucks the whole time. And then you get to go home. I don't think working out is meant to feel good or be fun. I think it's meant to be a health thing. So you feel good after you work out. You feel good because you work out during a week. That's what it's meant to be. So, but yeah, that's why I'm doing weighing and stuff. Having an OSHI that works out will be amazing. Not surprisingly, most VTubers are shut-ins. Killia's real good on gym stuff as well. I talk to Killia about gym stuff a lot as well. And ZUMI. And Navi has gotten into it recently as well. So, I think it's important to have that be a thing. I don't know. Manatan really encourages us to like go to the gym and eat healthily and stuff. Which makes sense. Even though Manachan's doing it from like a nice perspective in the sense of like, hey, I care about your health. Even from like a business standpoint, that's probably a good idea. We like our VTubers healthy. Yeah. I'm doing my best to be healthy. Unfortunately, I'm spending a lot of my time doing stuff I'd prefer to be done faster, but hopefully that should be better when Luminous Prime gets here. Boss doesn't give you a gym membership or health insurance? I think we can request it, actually. Although I've never done so. I should talk to Manachan about that. I know for certain that Manachan offers to pay for our gym memberships, but I've never asked them about it, actually. I should ask them about it. That's a good reminder, actually. Let me write that down so I don't forget. Hang on. we go. That's in my notes now. Does Ring Fit count as gym membership? No, definitely not. But I can't even use the Ring Fit here anyway because my office is too small. I think I'd have to like move tons of stuff around to do the Ring Fit. But yeah, gym is interesting. It's a nice employee benefit. Yeah. I'll have to... They offered it to me ages ago, and I never spoke to them about it afterwards, so I'll drop them a message about it after today's stream. Moving tons of stuff is more exercise. Ah, we're doing the My Hero Academia workout, I see. I don't know if you heard that. That was my bones. This is why I need to work out, because my bones are too much. Yeah. Nutrition is really easy to go wrong with, though. I was like doing the wrong thing for a very long time. Which is why I wasn't getting any gains, which I was really confused about. I did like 6 months to 8 months worth of like the wrong stuff, so I wasn't like gaining anything. It's really easy to do the wrong thing. Does lifting help your bonitis? I don't know. I think the nutrition will help my bonitis though. Jones is more about movement and mobility. I tend to do about like 15 to 20 minutes of yoga and stretching before I do any kind of weightlifting or workouts, so I'm hoping that's gonna help with my weird bone stuffs. With me being like crackly, I'm hoping that'll help me out with it. Gotta get back to working out. I want to learn martial arts someday and have hit strong enough to send somebody to heavens. Martial arts is really cool. I did judo very briefly in my childhood for like self-defense stuff, which is very nice. Very frustrating to me that the science around nutrition is so incomplete and woolly. That's because of the diet industry, unfortunately. That's just how that works. Yeah. It's difficult, and there is a lot of factors to consider, especially with how diverse everybody's body is. Cycling is fun as a cardio workout. Cycling hurts my thighs too much, admittedly. Not like because of the movement or anything, but like the metal frame on bikes has always hurt my thighs too much for me to do any kind of cycling stuff, but I like other types of cardio and things. I like swimming a lot. That's good. Unfortunately, I don't really have a swimming pool near me, so I do have to travel if I want to go swimming, but it's fine. Nutrition is also hard because individuals are different. Yeah. Thighs is an issue. It is what it is. I've started running, which I know you hate. Yeah, I'm not a fan of running, but I hope you enjoy it. Some people really, really like running, and that's very cool. I think the most important thing is just to find something that you find fun and enjoyable, because if you genuinely enjoy it, you're more likely to do it. That's how nutrition and exercise works. Find something that you hate the least or do actually enjoy, and then just do that as much as you can. I love doing dance. Yeah, there you go then. Because, like, if you hate doing the thing, you're not going to do it. So the most important thing is for you to find something that you like the most. If you genuinely like something, you're going to do it more often. You're going to be more motivated to keep doing it. And that's the most important bit. You like the Stairmaster machine? My gym doesn't have a Stairmaster. Which is unfortunate because I feel like I'd absolutely body the Stairmaster. My legs are just... I did equestrian sports for years, so my legs are like real powerful. So I feel like I'd absolutely body the Stairmaster machine. Cute VTuber is back. Hi honey, welcome in, welcome in. So, my leg's real powerful because of those years of doing that as a sport. So yeah, we don't have a Stairmaster, and every day I mourn that loss. Equestrian sports dressage? I did do dressage. I did competitive dressage for years. And I had to stop because I moved, but it is what it is. I put all of my spec points into leg. Yeah! Horses and cycling machines are two very different things, and anybody that has done cycling and equestrians knows that very, very specifically. But mainly because of what muscles you use, how you use them, and how far apart your legs are. So my grip strength on my legs is really powerful because obviously you have to like hold onto the horse. Fan, I'll just keep this in mind, powerful legs. I mean, the model's legs and my legs are pretty accurate if I'm being honest. So it's not too dissimilar if we really take that into consideration. Yeah, but I don't like cycling all that much. I think it just hurts me too much. Lol, accurate. Yeah. Found out crushing watermelon. I've always wanted to see if I could do that. I feel like I could do that. I really want to try and crush a watermelon. I feel like I could if I really tried, but then I'd have to eat the watermelon afterwards, and I don't like watermelon. Yeah, that's the thing with it. As fun as a challenge it would be, if I could do it, then I'd just be left with a watermelon. So, what do I do then? Then I have like 2 halves of a watermelon that have been slightly crushed, and I gotta do that. Also, I'd have to put like a tarp down. That would also be a thing. Or we'd have to go outside or something. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, it is how it is. But I want to see if I could do it. I want to see if I'm like powerful enough to do that. I don't know. Maybe I'm overestimating my own ability to do things. I kind of want to see if I could. I also don't know how I'd show that off in any way. Because that would be so much of like my body being on a screen. So I don't know precisely how good of an idea it is. Although Blaze did was that membership content? I don't want to talk about stuff if it was not public. No, it was public. Yeah, she had a thigh cam. Blaze had a thigh cam recently. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. So... Mainstream Tuscany. It was very good. It was very good. Not that I was looking or anything. Not that I was staring or anything. Not that I was adequately gazing or anything. Not that I was absolutely mesmerized or anything. She has very nice thighs. So go check that out. Not that I was taking a million screenshots or anything. Yeah. She's very cute. I love Blaze. Oh my gosh. Whatever multitasking I was doing, I stopped when the cab showed up. Yeah. Proper princess would never be down with the tomboy thigh. Never. No. No, absolutely not. Why would? No. So yeah, I don't know. If I was gonna do it, I'd have to talk to Manatan about like the stuff for it. I think probably the safest way for me to do it would be for me to pre-record and censor anything that comes into frame and have that as the video. Rather than doing it live, as much as I'd like to. I think I'd be too paranoid that I'd move too far into frame and like either face reveal or flash you guys, and I wouldn't like to do either, admittedly. Both of those things would be bad. Pre-recording would definitely be best. Yeah, because then I could control how much is viewable and things. So, safety shorts. Safety shorts is a given. I'm talking about the other things, darling. So we call it a big brain move. Yeah. So I'd have to pre-record to find to do it, I think. But yeah, there we go. And then also have to find somebody to eat a watermelon for me. Oh, what if I don't know how Mama Q feels about watermelon, because we typically have the same tastes in food where we don't like the same things. The only difference is that I like mushrooms and she doesn't. So safest option. Yeah, I don't know. I would have to take control of it myself just to make sure that nothing is revealed that I do not want it to be. And work with Manachan to make sure that everything is all safety and things. I like mushrooms. I like mushrooms a lot. I like oyster mushrooms. They're probably one of my favorites. I like oyster mushroom tempura. It's probably one of my favorites. They want to put it in a do it in a bathroom anyway in order to not. Yes, I read that out really badly. I think I'd have to either do it outside with a top or in a bathroom with a top. Have you ever had king oyster mushrooms? They're very fleshy. Yeah, they're really tasty. I like, yeah, mushroom tempura is probably one of my favorite things ever. With like nice sticky rice. It's good. It's really good. And like they're lightly salted and things. Oh, one of my favorite dishes. They're really good. When's the collab again? The collab is... Collab is at 8 PM BST. That is in 3 hours. So, I think I'll end soon-ish. I'll end probably at about past, so about 5 minutes or so. I'll end soon-ish so that I can have time to like rest and eat and make food. And probably call Mama Q. If she's in my chat, I'll probably call her. Never been a mushroom fan. The texture is just weird to me. Yeah, that's fair. They kind of have like a bit too much of a squishy texture. I think like the only thing I don't like about mushrooms is what's the word for it? They kind of are earthy, like a little too earthy for my brain, I guess. Like some like button mushrooms are super like dirt flavored, and I'm not like the biggest fan of how they are with that, but it be how it be. Do you eat mushrooms raw or cooked? I eat them like cooked. Like raw mushrooms are fine, but I eat them cooked. No, personally I do not like eating dirt. Weirdly enough, eating dirt is not really high on my priorities when it comes to enjoying good food. Hi, honey. Welcome in. Welcome in. Wow. I like the mushrooms raw, but I heard they weren't safe. Raw mushrooms are fine. They're not gonna give you like much issue, I don't think. Anyway, not that I'm like aware of. Dirt is very nutritious, isn't it? Stop talking about drywall. Am I more of a dog or a cat person? I'm definitely a cat person, which is ironic considering Amora. But yeah, I'm definitely more of a cat person. As much as I like dogs, I think cats are just kind of nicer. One. Yeah, cats are good. I like them a lot. I think they're very chill creatures, which is nice. I feel like most of the VTubers I've seen are cat people. They're very relaxed and calming creatures to be around, though. Dogs kind of stress me out a bit too much, whereas cats are very willing to just sit and chill with you. Whereas a lot of the dogs that I've met have been very like eccentric creatures, which is fair enough if that's your tastes, but I like to be chill a lot more. I have a big fluffy cat. Good! I want to get a cat. I do, but I don't have the facilities to be able to take care of him properly. At least not at the moment. I want to make sure that I'm like fully settled and good before I get a cat, you know? I want to make sure that that is what I can do. I want to make sure that I'm like financially stable and like, you know, I have like, I don't know, I feel like I'd have to like not be renting to get a cat, but I don't know if that's really realistic in this current climate. Snakes are a gamble. I like snakes as well. I would also like to get a snake, but it'd be how it be. A cat in this economy? Vet bills in this economy? Taking care of another creature? No, I'd love to get a cat, but my priority with getting a cat is
Shut up.
making sure that
Take this fish.
they are well looked after. Wombat, thank you for the 15, honey. Thank you. Surprise 10k celebration donor. Congrats, Amora. What? Huh? What? Oh my god. Wait, we hit. Oh my god. Wait, did we actually hit 10k? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. Oh, can I pull this up? Oh my god, again. Oh my god. Oh. That's... I don't have words.
Thank you,
I do not have words.
honey. Thank you, honey.
Thank you. Genuinely. Can I put it on screen, please? Can I
Thank you,
put this on
honey.
screen? Oh, can I? There we go. Hello, there we go.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, everybody. Oh.
Thank you, honey.
I genuinely do not have any words to say
Thank you, honey.
about how genuinely thankful I am. Thank you. I'm
Thank you, honey.
so happy. You guys are really fun. Thank you so
honey.
much. I'm so baffled.
Thank you, honey.
I genuinely didn't know if we would hit it anytime soon. I had no idea.
Thank you, honey.
Oh my god. Thank you. That's so many people.
Minutes.
That's
Shut
genuinely
up, shut
so
up,
many
shut
people.
up. Take this fish.
Oh my god. JFMD, thank you for the super honey. Congrats on 10k, princess. Mimas, thank you for the 10 gifted honey. Thank you.
Minutes. What?
Tintin, thank you for the 5 months, honey. Congrats on 10k.
What?
Thank you. And to Bob, thank you for the 10. Thank you for the 10, honey. Thank you.
Minutes.
Congrats on the milestone, princess. It's been an honor to be part of this
Thank you,
journey
thank
with
you,
you.
honey.
Thank you. And thank you for the super. Congrats, Amora. Oh my god.
Thank you, honey.
Ah. I had a
Thank you,
meeting
honey.
with Manichan when I first debuted, where they were like, okay, we want to set some goals for the year. What do
thank
you
you,
want your
honey.
goal for the year to be? And I said that one of my goals would be to hit 10k.
Thank you, honey.
And we are 6 months in, and we have fully completed
Thank you, honey.
everything and more than I've ever wanted to achieve. Thank you for being here.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you. I've been really trying my best to make cool stuff, and I'm really glad that you guys
Thank you,
appreciate
honey.
it. So, thank you. Tony the Tiger, thank you for the 2 months, honey. Congratulations on 10k, Amora.
Thank you, honey.
Valorous, thank you for the super, honey. Obligatory celebration super.
Thank you, honey.
Thank you, Mas. Thank you for the super, honey. Congrats, Amora. You deserve it. Lance, thank you for the 3 months. 10k, let's go. CBT Wombat, thank you for the 10 gifted, honey. Thank you.
Thank you, honey.
Tazelite, thank you for the 10. Congrats, Amora. Very insanely deserved. Here's to many more milestones. I don't think I can handle any more milestones.
you,
I don't know where to go from here. Thank you. Thank you,
honey.
You guys have been so generous and so nice to me. Daddy the Tiger, thank you for the 10, honey. 10 gifted, honey. Thank you. Thank you. We going up.
Thank you, honey.
We going up. I really appreciate it. You guys
Thank you, honey.
are so lovely to me all of the time. Words,
Thank you, honey.
I don't have them. I cannot describe how much
Thank
you
you,
guys
honey.
mean to me. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know.
you,
I
honey.
wake up in the morning excited to talk to you guys, so thank you. The fact that there is 10k of you guys here is completely insane to me. I never thought this would happen. So, thank you. Oh my god. Thank you. Oh. Hi, Mama. Look what happened. We did it. Thank you. It genuinely means so much to me. I can't describe how genuinely thankful that I'm here and that you guys are here, but thank you. I really appreciate it. So proud of you. Thank you, Ma. Thank you, Mama. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay. I think we'll leave that on a high note, shall we? Thank you, thank you. Oh my gosh. I think we will leave that on a high note. Thank you, everybody. Words cannot describe how genuinely grateful I am to every single one of you. Thank you for coming, everybody. I'm gonna be live again in a couple hours. I'm gonna be live again at 8 p.m. GMT, 8 p.m. BST. So, Stardew Valley, baby. Thank you for coming, everybody. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for being here. I love you guys so much. I will see you all very, very soon. Blaze, look what happened! Oh my god. Thank you, thank you. Ugh. I love you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you so much. I'm gonna go and eat and do things and be productive. So, thank you so much for being here. I will see you all in a couple hours. Bye bye, everybody. Bye bye. I love you. Bye bye.